This is a video about our meditation building that we're hoping to build, and I'm gonna go outside a little bit and show the dimensions of the building itself, and talk a little bit about the building. With my wife Leslie and the kids are out there working on our homestead. But I want to start in here talking specifically about this is the invitation that Master wrote for us, for everyone to receive this handwritten invitation to go to Babaji's birthday celebration in Ohio. And the reason this has significance in terms of the meditation building and specific significance today, because today's the day they kicked off the gathering there in Ohio. When we received this invitation, it just had one of those magical feelings to it that I used to associate with Sahaj Marg. I went to get an individual sitting. Leslie and I, my wife Leslie and I, who have been practicing for a number of years this system, have had a lot more trouble. I think we both started in, developing centers, big centers. I started in the Massachusetts area and would get an individual sitting a week and go to two satsans on Wednesday and Sunday night. But, slowly both of us have, as we've moved away into eventually living in the country and various circumstances changing, it's been harder and harder for us to participate in the system in terms of the mission and the group and so forth. So, at first we didn't think we'd go to this gathering, but the day we got this invitation, we felt like, yeah, it's going to happen. We just had that that feeling that you get from Master or whatever, and, I figured out a plan and ways that we could actually make it work, and that plan just didn't come together, creating a great deal of disappointment in myself and Leslie, even our kids, who are going to be, wanted to go to the gathering. And we framed the invitation. It just has such a special feeling. But now it's actually, been a catalyst, this whatever negative feelings we had about it, about not being able to go attend the gathering, to move us forward and build this meditation building here, because it just isn't going to be something where, people all get to go to gatherings, the price of gas and so forth. And I'll talk a little bit more about that outside. But so this invitation, even though, we didn't get to go, is going to be a significant part, this idea, because it was, it infused us with a will force to move forward with meditation building in a new way. So our kids are about to go milk our goat, one of our goats. Good throw, Goosey. And I'm here with my wife Leslie, and we're going to talk a little bit about Meditation Center. We're going to do it quickly. We have a lot to say about it, but we're not going to get it all in a short video. But I think the first thing I would say is that, with each Abhyasi, which each person within the mission has various, maybe, teachings of the masters, teachings of the system that stand out for them or resonate with them or become, their main things to work on. And for Leslie and I, some of the things have been, a lot has to do with our children. And Master saying that he wants Abhyasi children to be torch bearers at every stage of existence. We have that great quote somewhere. We've written some kids' books, done some children's work, preparing our children for the future of, Babaji says, a world with spirituality as its base, built a foundation of spirituality, and living in more simple and natural ways, which is basically to live in a Sahaj way, a natural way, which is basically the foundation of the practice. And that's led us to have this homestead. We now have 3 goats, doe goats, 1 male goat. We have a donkey that we're about to sell, and 3 cows, one of which we're milking. And we live on a 4-acre homestead. We have a border collie here now. A lot of things that we have are about living a natural life. You get the and and our kids are benefiting from it, and we feel the Master's presence radiating in every aspect of our lives. But because of that, and because of our financial situation, and because of having all these animals and kids as our responsibilities, we've had a lot of difficult time going to gatherings and going to see the Master of the system. So, so that's been maybe the major drawback. And one of the ways that we've learned to solve that is to have right now, today is Babaji's birthday gathering. There's a big gathering today in Ohio the premier day of the gathering. And we are celebrating it here. Leslie and I are meditating, and we have structured activities for ourselves and the kids. We've done that before at various gatherings, and it worked, well, and we've liked it. Obviously, we're sad that we can't go to the gathering today. So one of the things that we've been wanting to do for a while. Go ahead. You want to talk about the?
Well, I want to have a way to make a special place for us to have gatherings, for us to do our daily practice, to have a place that holds a spiritual condition that's not all tangled up with everyday life, and to have a place where we can share this that Master has given to us in order that we can share it with brothers and sisters in the area who live in the city or whatever, and can come here and have a different kind of environment and condition altogether. So we're working on this long dream of building a meditation building on our own property that other people will be welcome to come to.
Well, we had Abhyasis come from Richmond. This is a second homestead we've completed. We've turned another house into a homestead before moving out towards the Blacksburg area of Virginia. There's not really a center here. We meditate at Virginia Tech, where we're able to attend satsang, which is about 45 minutes away for us, in a rented, sort of room at the campus. We had people come over from Richmond. Do you want to talk about that? They really enjoyed it.
Yes, we had a number of gatherings at our home in Richmond, and people would come from the city, from Richmond, and they just loved it. They really were affected by the change of condition and by the simplicity of our sort of lifestyle and whatever. And at different times it came up, this idea that we would build a meditation building, and always their eyes just lit up. It would be such a great place for them to go.
Yeah, and so basically we've completed 4 buildings using straw bale technology and using cement mortar. And this is the first building that we'd be using earthen cob walls. And this is sort of a research project because it's brought our family together, and we think that this is something that other Abhyasis can do. They can buy a small piece of land, maybe 2 acres or 4 acres, maybe outside the city a little bit.
Or even a backyard.
A backyard of a preceptor, and they can come together and use the materials on hand at the person's yard, spending minimal amount of money, under $5,000, and create a building of this size. We're going to have a living roof here. We're going to dig up the foundation 18 inches in the ground and put the turf on the roof, and then the walls are going to be 12 inches thick of earth and cob. We're going to use various substances on the straw and sand and manure that we have right here on the property, using natural resources and having a natural building, no electricity, no vibrational interference. We have these beautiful French doors. We have lots of windows and light, and we're going to have a minimal heating system of some sort or another. And other than that, it's going to be this, a compressed mass earthen floor. Just a very natural building that's going to be fairly inexpensive. It's going to be a research project. How does it enhance our abhyas? How does it affect the condition to meditate? How is our individual practice affected by this? And then have people over for gatherings and let them see, and that sort of thing, and being in this natural environment and homestead and so forth.
Also how it affects because people from Blacksburg will come, and people from Richmond and maybe DC, North Carolina, whatever people want
Regional
to do.
gatherings is going to
For the gatherings, but to help build it. So also to see when people come together and they use the materials just here, sitting here.
That nature or Master provide for them.
Right, to create the next thing that Master suggests that we do, which is put those materials together into a building that will help further spiritual progress together as a group.
This will seat probably 40 to 60 people, 32 feet long, and this is winding down. I already shot a piece of this, so we got to wind this up, but we're very excited about this beautiful dogwood tree hanging over the earthen roof. It's in the nicest part of our yard, nice condition, so we're very excited about this.